Hi Taurus, welcome to your weekend Taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. Check them out for all three so that you know which part of you I resonate with most as a reader. With that said, remember, they are general readings. Use your own discernment. If you are, or should I say, before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week, this week you have... If you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. And if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose, and this resonates, hit that subscribe button. Wow, all right, nice. Look at this. So you got the sun card. Sunny blessings arrive and arise for you. So with the sun card, if you've been with me long enough, you'll have heard me say this loads of times. The sun card enhances the blessings and it diminishes the challenges. And so what this means is when you have the sun card as your key to the week, you kind of get an easier week of it where things just seem to go your way. It's not where always, I mean, sometimes incredible things can happen when you have the sun card as your key to the week, but it's not always like, you know, you have millions show up and, you know, you're meeting the person of your dreams and all of that. Sometimes it really is just an easier week of it. And then other times it really is, you know, kind of like the life version of an urban wave, right? Where just all of the lights, green, 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 you just get to go. So for your actions and options, you've got the Tower card. So this is such an interesting pairing. And when people see this, I've had so many people in personal sessions, they've had the sun and they're like, yeah! And then the Tower comes up and they're like, huh. And I always say to them, like, don't panic, it's not that bad. What this usually shows up as, you know, I've been doing this a fair while now, so as you guys know, right, this combination usually shows up as something that's really positive that completely disrupts your life. So let's give an example. You find out you're pregnant. I'm sorry, what now? Like, what? No, my career is going really well. Or, you know what? We were closed for business, right? My oldest child is, I don't know, 15 years of age. Like we weren't looking to have any more kids, and then ta-da, surprise! This is usually something really positive that turns your world completely upside down. Now, outside of that, you've got the Tower as your actions and options. You are the bull, my dear Taurus. You guys know I love you. One of the things that I love most about my bull gang, I can keep it 100 with you guys, all right? And I'm gonna do that right here and right now. Because this is in the position of your actions and options, this is what you do. It's what you initiate. The Tower card basically says you're gonna go in like a bull in a china shop this week, and it might not necessarily have the results that you would like. That being said, you've got the sun card. So it's like, how much damage can you really do? No, that's not a challenge. I can hear a lot of you like, hold my beer. Right, this is not a challenge. It's not an invite to see how much, damage you can do now. In terms of the options that are available to you, it's something that's so positive, or something that's really positive, but it's just really disruptive. A pregnancy could be that. Your job comes to you and says, we're offering you your dream job. Oh my God, that's amazing, but it's half the world away. Are you interested in moving to a different country? I'm sorry, what? Like it's something that you really want, that you desire, something that could be amazing for you, but it's so disruptive and you're like, maybe your boss, maybe, I don't know, if you've got your own business, maybe you get a client come to you and say, look, you know what, I represent a really famous person and they want to work with you, but it means that, we need an NDA and you're going to have to basically clear your schedule because this person wants you and they don't want to have to book in and do all of this stuff. And you're like, shit. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's really positive, but at the same time, you're like, okay, how do I navigate this? For your communications and conversations, you've got the Knight of Wands. Love this, right? So communications are speeding up. There's going to be a lot of laughter. There's going to be a lot of banter this week. Things are moving quickly. There are developments here. Movement is happening. Obviously, for a lot of my ball gang parents, the kids are going back to school this week, so things are starting to really pick back up. But the Knight of Wands with the Sun card is ultimate laughter. It's giggles, it's fun, it's all of that. And yet this is in the career sector, which means whether you're ready for it or not, whether you want it or not, work is going to pick up. This is going to be a very busy week that will require you to just get your ass in gear and get on with it. Now, for those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, I mean, those returns to uni and studying can, like, boy, I tell you, I don't know how the liver survives it, but it does. This could be one of those weeks, so keep that in mind. For those of you that are single, you got options, that's all I'm going to say. All right, for those of you that are employed by somebody else, this is you getting the chance to prove your mettle. This is you getting the chance to show your boss why they hired you. This is you getting to demonstrate not only your personal skill set, but also to really kind of lead the pack. And my advice to you would be, use it, right? You use a week like this, you don't waste it. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, again, this is like an influx or a rush of clients that maybe you just didn't expect, a rush of business that you didn't expect. And I gotta say, ride this wave. And the reason I say this is because September really is the last pocket of the good stuff, all right? As we get into October through the end of the year, the last quarter of the year, it's not so much that it's dicey, it's more a case that it's slow and things aren't going to move as easily or as dynamic as we would like them. Do not waste this. When it comes to those of you that are retired and no longer working, this is fun, this is travel, this is pleasure, this is potentially a surprise invite. Someone says to you, oh, you know, I booked a holiday to Spain and so can't make it. I've got a spare ticket and a spare bed, are you coming? And you're like, yeah, fuck yeah, why not? All right, for your love and relations, you've got, look, what the flag nog? Oh my gosh, look at this. Double hit of the Sun card, baby. Right, if you are partnered, if you are married, excuse me, if you are partnered, if you are married, this is fun, it's leisure, it's pleasure, it's romance. It's right next to the Knight of Wands, which is horny. This is sexy, it's fun, it's creative. There's a lot of laughter here. There's loads of really good banter. There's a back and forth. It's just beautiful. On top of that, because it is a double hit of the Sun card represents or can represent travel, but it can just also represent children. So I will say, if you are of childbearing age and you definitely don't want any more, you make sure that you are handle your business this week. But you know, when the universe decrees that something's going to happen, that's what I'm going to say, because I can hear some of you shouting at me at the moment, like, Brad, you better shut your whore mouth. For those of you that are single Taurians, oh my gosh, not only do you have options, but you might be really surprised at who some of those options are or where they come from. I wouldn't be surprised. Specifically for those of you that are single, I wouldn't be surprised if there is a surprise connection that shows up and you just have this thought of like, I know you, like I don't know why or I don't know how, but I feel like I can be silly and stupid and just laugh in your presence. And maybe it hits you really quickly and that's the thing that unsettles you, because you just like, okay, this is way too easy, like, you know, so any minute now the other shoe's going to drop, right? And it just doesn't. I love this. I love this for you. I love this. All right. And then for your money and material, what the Taurus, the Ten of Pentacles. I mean, save some good stuff for the rest of us, right? The Ten of Pentacles right next to the Sun. That's your partner's money going through a big expansion. This is your money going through a big expansion. The Ten of Pentacles is an influx of money that shows up for you in the here and now. It's very likely to be the results of some sort of hard work. Now, here's where this gets really interesting to me in my little tarot / numerology astrology geek brain. Sun card is number 19, 1 and 9 gives you 10. Sun card is number 19, 1 and 9 gives you 10. 10, 10, 10 of Pentacles, 10. 3 10s, 3 10s represents new matter. Right, so on one level, that can literally, new matter would literally be a child. So please, you know, handle your business. But it can also represent something or someone completely new coming into your life that completely changes or shifts it. And this is in your money sector. Something big happens this week, some kind of movement, advancement, some kind of change. You will have to prove it. Knight of Wands in the communications, in the career sector. You will have to show up, right? It's not going to be a case of, oh yeah, look, I sat on my ass and all this money showed up. No, you will have to work it, and you'll have to graft it, quite frankly, because it's the Knight of Wands. Out of all of the knights, the Knight of Wands is the one that can see that throne of the King of Wands, and he's like, I'm going to work harder than anybody else. Nobody else knows my hustle. Nobody else knows my grind. I'm going to show you why I'm the best. Right, that's the Knight of Wands, because he wants to actively become the wants to actively become the King of Wands, which is why, if you've been with me long enough, you know I always say the King of Wands, out of all 4 of them, is the one that worked the hardest to get to his station. You're going to have to show up for this, but the money, the material rewards for it is there. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, this is going to be your digestive system. Pay attention to what you're fueling your body with this week. And then when it comes to your home and environment, what more could you ask for? The Ten of Pentacles is the dwelling, right? And it's being filled with really good stuff. Okay, ball gang, I hope you are ready. Remember that the memberships for these weekly readings are coming. It's not long now, like 2 weeks if that. And then after that, the weeklies will be going into a membership here on YouTube. I will be replacing them with other types of content. And on top of that, as if that wasn't enough, you'll be getting other little tidbits that nobody else on YouTube will be getting, but only if you are one of my members. So with that said, stay tuned because we're on the countdown for it. All right, take care and I'll see you soon.